Okay, so welcome.
Thank you. Well, thank you all for coming tonight. I appreciate it. My name is Lisa Singleton, and I am the Affordable Homeownership Program Coordinator for Chelmsford Housing. We are passionate about our mission to provide affordable housing. This is a near and dear to my heart mission, as it is with the Housing Authority. And as Kristen was just chatting with you earlier, there's just not enough opportunities out there, and I know you've shared prior to us starting that, you know, what a difficult journey it can be, especially for home ownership. And I have with me tonight Walter Erickson, who is the developer of this project, and Walter and I have worked on several projects together, and he's a great builder, and this is a wonderful opportunity for you to ask questions of Walter. But first, I just kind of want to go over what the so when you purchase an affordable home, there are strings attached, and they're outlined in what's called a deed restriction, which is recorded with your deed. And once you move in, there's no future review of your income and assets. It's a one-time deal. Sky's the limit once you move in. So that's the good news. The good news is you will be taxed at the assessed value of your home, which will be an affordable price. So you're going to save on taxes. And you're, of course, purchasing for much less than what the market rate homes are going for. What are they going for, Walter?
$1 million.
$1 million. So it's quite a savings. There are 24 affordable homes, 24 homes altogether, 6 of which will be affordable. We're doing this project in 2 phases. So 2 3-bedroom homes are being made available in this phase, and then in phase 2, we're going to have 3 3-bedrooms and 1 4-bedroom home available. And that's probably going to be spring-ish.
Probably, yeah, late summer.
Late summer, okay. It changes every time.
I know.
Is that late summer for move-in or late summer for lottery?
Probably late summer for the lottery.
Late summer for the lottery.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. So the one thing that we ask you when you purchase an affordable home, so they're going to have, there will be monitoring agents for this particular property. It's going to be the town, and it's going to be an organization called Community Teamwork in Lowell, if you're familiar with that, CTI, and it's also going to be Mass Housing. And one of those agencies is going to send you a letter every year, and all you need to do is say declare that it's your primary residence, so you have to live there 9 months out of the year. You must also obtain consent from the town and the monitoring agents if you ever decide to refinance your property, and that's done in order to protect you. Because we don't want you to get underwater with the sale of the home, because the home needs to remain affordable for the rest of its life. So back in the day, it was a little bit more difficult to flag which homes were affordable, so lenders may not know. But they've since learned to attach what's called a non-financial mortgage, which will also be recorded. So if a lender is looking at your stuff online, they should see a non-financial mortgage, which will flag it as an affordable property. So you need to ask permission in order to refinance. You know, rates are going down. If you want a lower rate in the future, and they will let you refinance for up to 97% of what your max resale value is. So let's talk about max resale. So I always tell people to go into this opportunity thinking that you're not going to make any money upon resale. You might, but there's a possibility that you won't. So there is what's called a multiplier that's assigned to your home, and that's derived at a calculation between the sales price and whatever the existing area median income is at the time. I'm not gonna be the one who calculates that, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be 2.05. So that's gonna be part of your restriction. When you decide to sell, that 2.5 figure is going to apply to whatever the new area median income is for a family of 4. So right now, we're in the Boston metro area. Doesn't feel like Boston, but it is. And the area median income is $160,900. So if you were to sell sometime down the road and say it rose to $170,000, your max resale would be set at $348,500, as long as that remains affordable for the next purchaser. And all that goes into all these figures go into a calculator where we take into consideration your tax rate, whatever the condo fee is at the time, mortgage rates. There's a bunch of things that go into the calculator. As long as that remains affordable for the next purchaser, that's going to be your max resale. If for some reason your tax rate goes through the roof or mortgage rates start to rise again, then the monitoring agent will have the right to knock that price down. But you will never be asked to sell for less than what you buy it for. Okay. So that's...
That answers it, because I was going to say, does the median ever go down?
I have been at this for almost 20 years. It went down once.
And what happens in that case? Then same thing, it just wouldn't be sold for less than what you paid.
Correct. You'll never be asked to sell for less than the purchase price.
Thank you.
Okay. Yep, you're welcome. And when you decide to sell, you need to let the monitoring agents know, and they will work some magic to find you a purchaser. Everybody does it a little bit differently. For Chelmsford, we have some affordable projects that we monitor, and we do the resale process ourselves. Probably Community Teamwork will be the ones who would be boots on the ground trying to find somebody to purchase your home. And it's a process like you're going to be going through today, where they look at income, they look at assets, and try to get the right person, the right fit number of people for they try to find a household appropriate for the size of the home that you purchase. So, and you also cannot put this property into a trust. That's important. It needs to be transferred to an eligible purchaser. A trust is not an eligible purchaser. If you were to want to leave it to family members, you can leave the property, but the monitoring agent would have to determine if that person is an eligible purchaser. And if not, then the house gets sold and the proceeds go to whoever.
Got it.
Okay.
So, sorry.
No, that's okay.
So, after you close on the house,
Mhm.
all your configurations can change, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
monetarily, what about family living there? When you're applying for the home, you have the people on your application. What if one of those persons leaves, or what if another person moves in?
All of that's okay.
All of that is okay. My elderly parents, if something were to happen, we've got a first floor study.
Mm-hmm.
If they needed to if something like that in the future, that's okay. That type of
Yes,
thing.
okay, yeah,
Okay.
it's sewer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Well, it's septic,
Uh,
but
Or
the
just
3-bedroom
talking-
home have a restriction on it in the condo documents that it can't be any more than 3-bedroom. So as long as you don't exceed that,
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. And then let's talk about, say you're in the home for a number of years and you find out you need to replace the furnace or something. So that's considered a capital improvement, and you would seek permission from the monitoring agents to replace the furnace. Nobody's going to say no, but they just want to know ahead of time that you're doing it. They're going to ask you for an estimate, and then they will consider that cost on a depreciating basis. when you sell the home. They'll consider the cost as long as it doesn't bring it into the level of unaffordability. But anything you do cosmetically to improve the place because you want to, let's see, what would be considered a cosmetic improvement? There's already
Deck.
agreement.
Okay.
A deck, right, a deck, that would not be considered a capital improvement.
That would be okay, that would be something that you could,
Well, that's a condo
Well-
thing.
oh,
You can't change the exterior of the home.
okay. But as far as improvements go, okay, let's say there's some finish like basements. Let's say you decide to finish the basement.
Right, that would be a cosmetic improvement.
And that would be okay
You,
to do.
you can,
Inside.
everything, everything within the condo rules and regulations is okay to do.
You can finish the basement as long as you don't add another bedroom.
Got it, okay.
Okay.
Okay, and it's just we know that even, no matter what we do, that it's not going to improve upon the resale value because it has to
Correct.
stay affordable.
Correct, yeah, so they will not consider,
understand.
yeah, they will
I
not
understand.
consider cosmetic improvements, but they will consider capital improvements, as long as the house remains affordable for the next person. So that's kind of it for the restrictions. It's a great opportunity, obviously, for somebody who's in the market for a larger home, especially 3 bedrooms and 4 bedrooms. That's kind of,
That's amazing.
we don't see a lot of that. So, thank you, Walter.
Thank you, Walter. We've been looking for a 3-bedroom home for a year, more than that.
Yeah, probably at least 2.
Yeah, so thank you.
Are they mostly 1 or 2 bedrooms?
They're mostly 2.
2 bedrooms.
Most everything in our inventory is 2. Occasionally we do have one development that has 3 bedrooms that we monitor, but the 4 bedrooms are really, really rare. So, but that's gonna be for phase 2.
Somebody's gonna be very, very lucky and blessed to have that 4-bedroom home,
Yes.
for
yes.
sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of it for the strings that are attached. This is your opportunity to talk to me, although you can give me a call anytime and I'll be happy to talk to you. This is a really special time, Walter here. So Walter's a busy guy, he can't always talk to the applicants like I can, but he's here to answer any questions that you might have, or.
Yeah. And when are we gonna have the first lottery?
The deadline is the 21st of November. I usually like to wait until that day comes in. I'll set the lottery, depending on how many applications I have to review. What we're doing differently this time, however, the monitoring agent, Community Teamwork, suggested that instead of getting everything up front, pay stubs, bank statements, tax returns, that we just do the application with a pre-approval from a bank, and then if everybody who says they're eligible on paper, we're gonna believe them, we're gonna put them into the lottery, we're gonna pull the numbers, but then there's 48 hours to provide everything that we're looking for, yes. I worked in conjunction with somebody who happened to win a lottery for a resale with an agency called Chapa, and they had a 24-hour deadline, and she was not tech savvy, and it's like uploading stuff, and she came to my office and we spent the better part of the day just getting
So
that.
have it ready and prepared.
Yes, have it ready and prepared, please, because it's gonna be a firm 48-hour deadline, which I kinda hate to do, but.
I do have a couple of questions
Yes.
around the logistics of the lottery piece of things.
Okay.
Let me see if I can keep my thoughts straight, because I have so many questions. So I know that I won't be applying to the November deadline, we are not prepared, we're not ready for this
Okay,
yet, but we will be ready for the summer one.
Okay.
That is our goalpost right there, is the summer
Okay.
deadline.
yep,
So we do not have to provide any of this information until that time, because you're not collecting anything for now for that.
correct.
Correct, okay.
Correct.
Okay. And how far in advance between the deadline for the lottery applications and the lottery usually?
60 days.
60 days,
Yes.
okay. All
Oh,
right.
no, excuse me, the deadline for the application, when does the lottery take place?
Yes.
Usually if we were doing it the usual way, which was to take all of the finance stuff
Right.
right up front,
Mhm.
I would like to do like 2 weeks after the lottery deadline passes, so that that'd give us time to review. But in this case, it's probably gonna be it's around Thanksgiving is the problem. It's
Right.
probably gonna be Thanksgiving week.
Yeah.
Mhm. So we'd be thankful
Yeah.
for whoever
There you
wins
go.
that.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I know it's got something to do with the building and all that other stuff, time frame wise, but from, is the lottery, is that date picked when, okay, the houses are ready to move into, or is it, you pick the lot, you know, you get picked in the lottery and then, okay, that particular house is going to be done in 2 months? So what's the wait time generally
Oh, yeah, it's
on
moving.
those?
That's a great
So it can vary. So we build one affordable home for every 3 market rate homes.
Mhm.
So we're stretching them out over a year probably. In this particular case, the first 2 homes that we have 1 home ready, will probably be going for occupancy permits in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So that house will be ready. But the second one, we're probably 60 days away, so.
Okay. Yeah, so this phase will be done, right away. I don't know what's gonna happen with phase 2, but.
Okay, I have one more question, I'm sorry.
that one's
Can you explain to me how the student financing or the looking at students' finances works? What does that look like?
So if anybody who is over 18 and a full-time student, we only consider $480 of their income. We still want to see what they make, but we only consider $480.
What is considered a full-time student? Do you have, I'm just thinking my daughter is
Okay.
in like a pastry program at Northern Essex, which is a great little program.
Okay.
She only takes 2 classes, but they're considering it full-time. So it's like, how do they?
I'm
how
gonna
does that-
have to get back to you on that,
Okay.
honestly. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
because
how to
I'm
answer
curious,
that.
I'm curious to know like how to work
Okay.
that portion of the application.
Okay.
Yeah, so
All right,
that would be
I will have to
a
research
big
it.
one for me.
Yeah, okay.
But do you have any other questions? Okay. All right, I think I'm good
For now?
My questions usually come when my ears stop smoking. And that question pops up. Yeah.
All right, well, if it comes to you, just let it out.
Or
Do you have any questions for us?
Not right now.
No?
No.
Okay.
how about
I
now?
just came here to learn.
Okay,
I'm learning as you guys speak. So.
okay, perfect. Is there anything else you'd like to know from Walter?
I would love to know what the neighborhood looks like, or what the plan. I saw some like drawings of like, you know, walkways and everything. Like what is the area gonna look like?
Actually, if you go to our website, there's a site plan on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's applewoodconstruction.com,
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, we.
and you'll be able to see the different house styles and a site plan, a couple of pictures.
Mhm.
So it's a cluster subdivision, like a village. We wanted to have a village. There'll be some open space. It's surrounded by the Martin Burns Wildlife Area, so there's 1,000 acres of land all around it that'll never be built on, which is awesome. It's town water, a community septic system, and we have open houses generally every other Sunday. So if you want to go this Sunday, we're not, but if you want to go next Sunday, between 12 and 2,
Oh,
we can
sure.
take you on one of the houses.
We will absolutely do that. Like I said, we got up to the edge and I was like, nope, I'm checking out.
Well, you know, those no trespassing.
I saw a little no
signs.
trespassing sign, I was like, okay.
Enough said.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
did look like a nice quaint
It's
little
a,
area.
it's a busy construction site. There's a lot of equipment going around, so during the day, we don't like to have people there because of liability issues, but
Yeah.
on a Sunday open house, there's no issue.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to put that right there on the calendar, we've got to see.
I've been using Google Maps and like Googling to see if I can Did you say the open house is from 12 to 2?
12 to 2. So
Next
not,
Sunday.
not next Sunday, but the Sunday after.
Oh, okay. Do we need to sign up or anything like
No,
that? Okay.
I'll be there,
Alright.
so.
So the Sunday, so not this Sunday,
The 19th?
the next Sunday, so like the 18th?
Yeah, this Sunday's Columbus Day.
Yeah.
Right,
So-
yeah.
It's holiday.
Do you wanna talk about the solar panels?
Oh yeah, tell us all about that.
Oh, so the homes are all electric, there's no gas.
Mhm.
So we use, the homes are very energy efficient. All the homes have 2 inches of spray, closed cell spray foam for insulation on the outside, and then bats, so our walls have about an R30 insulation value. Then we put about 2 feet of blown-in cellulose on the ceiling, it gives an R50 and R60. We use energy efficient electric heat pumps for hot water heater. And we use the energy efficient heat pumps for air conditioning and heat. And we put solar panels on every roof so that you get the electricity from those solar panels. Boston Solar is installing the solar panels for us, and they estimate that the electricity generated from the solar panels will take care of 80% of your utility bill,
That's amazing.
which is huge, so.
That's amazing. That's a huge relief. I mean, oof. It's gone up. It's
Yeah,
gone
I'm
up.
not kidding. So so
So the solar panels
Right, yeah.
are gonna be owned by me for the first 6 years. And then we deed them over to you for $1. And then you own them. Boston Solar warranties them for 10 years. They've changed, you know, the current administration's changed the tax credit for homeowners to get solar panels, and they're eliminating it this year. But because we're a business putting the solar panels on, we can continue to do it, so.
And we're not paying for the solar panels ourselves, no?
Part of the construction,
No,
right?
they come with it.
Yep. It's a huge savings to have it on the house when you move into the house. Well, I won't even get into that, but I mean, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Talk.
Sorry.
Talk.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Glad to see it.
Are there, is there anything in the way of like a yard area for pets? Well, we just lost our Ruby, unfortunately, 2 weeks ago, but in the future, if we should choose to welcome another dog into the family, is there a fenced area or anything like that, like a,
So we have some, in the rules and regulations for the condo, we have some restrictions on dog breeds, sizes, and the number of pets that you can have. So you have to follow those. The yards are relatively small, the lots are only about 5,000 square feet each, really. But we are thinking of putting in a small dog pen, because a couple of people have been asking about it. So
nice.
we might be doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, where we live, they finally put a dog park in, and boy, we really did end up using it a lot, and we found that that was a great way to meet our neighbors, you know, and, you know, community, build a little community that way. It was so nice.
Yeah, I think it would be a good
So,
thing. I think
yeah.
it would be a good thing. So-
Is any of that never to be used green area walkable?
Oh yeah, is there like walkways and stuff?
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful, okay.
That's
Yeah, I
nice.
see it. He has got, he's mentioned he's legally blind, but it's hard to kind of maneuver around if there's no sidewalks, and so we were looking around, and we're like, oh, there's no sidewalks anywhere, thinking about how to go,
Yeah,
cause
and I just.
We also have a sidewalk on one side of the street.
that's wonderful, that's great.
And I'm enjoying more so now, it's funny, the less I'm able to see, I enjoy the outdoors more than what I used to. I think it's probably appreciating what I have left more than anything else, so I'm always
Yeah,
outside.
he's always
and,
outside, so
You know,
that's
I have
nice.
a neighbor who can't walk her dog, so I walk the dog for her because it gives me a reason to be outside, so that's good to hear. Yay.
And then as far as Newberry goes in that general area, does Newberry have any like transportation, like buses, or what do we have going on in the town?
So, come up here. We don't currently have any MEVA. MEVA, Merrimack Valley Transit is the agency for Newbury. We're in that district. I'm on that advisory council, so I'm sort of in touch with them, and I'm, been sort of trying to look into the future about like what areas would be good potential bus routes, but that's probably a little bit longer on the horizon. And I certainly think as we build more housing in some of our multifamily districts in certain parts of town, we've sort of been talking about that in particular. But so MEVA has a ring and ride, which is, a smaller van that you can call, and they cover Newbury. So I don't know exactly how frequently that's being used, but it's available in Newbury, so that's kind of cool.
Is that only available for a certain population, like the senior population or disabled, or?
I don't think so.
No?
I think it's
Might
just
anybody
like
might be
public
able to use
transit, yeah.
That's great.
And you may know MEVA's now fare free,
Mhm.
which is also great. That was permanently, that was
That's
a trial
amazing.
for a number of years, and now it's permanent. We have a great council on aging, which is currently located in this building, and they also have a van. So there are, for senior, they have a lot of programs, and they also have a sort of a similar ring and ride just locally in Newbury. Otherwise we're really car centric for sure. One of the other sort of longer term planning things we are working on is the Border to Boston Trail, which is a multimodal trail from Boston to the New Hampshire border, but we have two segments in Newbury. One goes from the center of Byfield here to Georgetown Center.
Oh, wow.
And that's actually in 70, it's currently a utility corridor that's just sort of informally used, but the construction for that segment is funded through Mass DOT for spring of 2027. So
Wow.
that's on track. We're hoping it stays on track with funding and all of that, but so that would be a way to get from sort of Byfield Center, where our library is, and we have some elderly housing up the road, and isn't too far from Orchard Street and Pearson Drive and Cricket Lane. That'll be multimodal, so a 10-foot wide trail that you could ride bikes on. And then the other segment is Byfield Center to Newburyport, and we are contracting with a firm to do a feasibility study of where that would go. There's some options, but one of the options is Martin Burns, which is kind of the backyard of this area. So again, we have to get across 95 and we have to find a safe way, but there's going to be some public meetings related to that over the next year. And then again, that's probably more like a 4 to 6 year kind of thing, but looking to the future, we're hoping to have another option, like you could come to the center of Byfield and then ride your bike to the Newburyport train station, for instance. That's the end point for this segment, to get to the MBTA rail. So yeah, the other thing I would just mention about the neighborhood of Cricket Lane is Pearson Drive is a really beloved neighborhood, like the folks who live there, and maybe you know some of them, but I just think there's families and people who live there for 30 or 40 years, and it's really a neighborhood that they really love living there, the folks I know who live there. I also live in Newbury, so
Nice.
it's, I think the extension of Cricket Lane will be eventually welcomed as part of that community. There's just a lot of kids on bikes and,
Yeah, we were driving and then, of course, the ball out
Lot
to
of
the street,
dogs.
4 kids. I'm like, okay, well, we were already going
Right.
like 5 miles an hour as it was, because I was like, there's so many people out.
yeah,
It was so
Yeah.
cute. It was-
lots of
it was
dogs
great, yeah.
and, yeah,
Everybody was walking their dogs, pushing a carriage, everybody's outside. I'm like, oh, this is lovely.
yeah,
You drive slow. It's great. Yeah,
yeah.
family oriented. It's very nice.
A lot of Halloween decorations.
I know all the Halloween decorations. Imagine what trick or treating's like.
I can only
Whew.
imagine.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah.
How
They're gonna
big
love
did you
cricket
say
league.
the,
All those kids will be able to walk up there.
there is a
and throw
backyard,
flowers.
right?
There is a backyard.
Okay. Does, each house has like their own backyard, or is it like a shared?
Each house has their own backyard, but it's governed by the rules and regulations of the condo association. So you can't really put a play set in there, we don't allow you to fence it in. But we are constructing a play set on some of the open space.
Okay.
So there'll be a community area, there'll be a field and a play area.
Would you be able to
I
put
have a
out the
3-year-old.
tables? Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
that's fun. Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. Can you put tables and chairs out there?
Yes,
Just- You can do that, so, okay. All right. What about a little zip-up gazebo?
house does
Now
have a
I'm
deck.
building on.
each house has a deck, 12 by 16,
Oh, nice.
so you can put something
Oh,
on your
there's a
deck.
little deck up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jack is fair game.
Deck is fair game.
Okay.
That's nice.
Okay?
Okay, any other questions? No, and I can hang out if it's something you don't wanna speak up about, I'll stay